Hello guys, this is a little bit different of a video. This one, just due to certain circumstances of my job and then not being home and the rain that's coming, bike's not out right now, unfortunately. We are just gonna have to do a video like this. I got like a weird GoPro setup going on, but I wanted to it's gonna be a really short video, relatively speaking. I kind of want to go over like some of the key features that this bike has that maybe you don't know about, or maybe it's new comparatively to the 300 SS or the 450 SS, the predecessors of the CFMOTO 675 SS. Got a little bit different of a setup going on for my microphone, so hopefully this is hopefully this is working out all right. So one of the first things that I kind of want to go over is the steering dampener. So apparently you can adjust the steering dampener a little bit. There's something, I'm not quite sure how to do it. So you just turn this, oh yeah, you just turn this. So you can dampen it more or less. There's a dial. If you look right here, a little bit of like a dial that you can turn right here, and it'll adjust it. You can hear it ticking. I'm not entirely sure how it actually works. I just know that it helps for the speed wobbles, for the death wobbles. Don't mind my workout stuff. Someone pointed out like right here. So if you go like right from the throttle, which is right about here, obviously you have your TC control, which is really sick. It's right here. You click on it and you can adjust your traction control. Which, by the way, I know I've said in my previous video, but in case you haven't seen it, there's three different levels. There's TC off, so you have no traction control, which means that guy will just can do whatever it wants. TC1, which allows some kind of free play, and then there's TC2, which is basically like if it's wet outside, or for me, just getting used to the bike, I threw it on TC2 because I didn't want to 12 o'clock myself because I don't know what it's capable of yet. I don't know the gears, anything like that. I'm still trying to figure it out. Another thing too, talk about the TC control, but back to this control thing, which I thought was really cool. I've noticed is you can actually there's this little plastic piece like right here. So if you look right here, I'm gonna try and as much good of an angle as I can. Right here, there's this little like rubber piece that you can kind of like pull out. So yeah, you can pull this. I'll show you guys this little guy. There's this little like rubber piece that you can pull out from right here. And it's really cool because that little piece there, right here, is in fact, you can't really see it on the camera, but it is in fact threaded. So if you're like a big phone mount kind of guy, I know because the 450, usually you would just pop one in right here, and you'd have to like do some funky work for the 450. But this makes it pretty easy because you can just mount your phone right here, and you don't even need, technically you don't even need to use the quad lock, I don't think so. You could just get like a basic mount as long as it's, you know, not too cheap or it's rattly. If you look down here, there's actually like a USB thing. There's like a USB port down here where you can access, I think it's like a type C. You can take this, pull this back out, and there's USB. There's USB-C on the left, I think, and then there's USB-C on the left here, and then you obviously have your basic USB right here, which is cool because considering the mount would be right here, you could charge your phone if it's dead, and if you're worried about it, it's all kind of next to each other. I think it's pretty cool. It doesn't have to be crazy. You can have something cheap. Obviously, if you want less rattle, you're gonna have to invest in something more.
Subscribe to the channel, everybody who's watching. Subscribe to the live.
Appreciate you, bro. So yeah, if you want to pop the back seat, little keyhole right here, that's pretty standard in a lot of bikes. You just turn it, pops the seat up. Which I will say, comparatively to the 450, this seat is an actual seat, and my passenger can attest to that because I've had a passenger on here before. They definitely said this is much more of a seat. You feel more stable. Obviously your pegs. Over here. Don't mind the small cab. Yep. Peg there, peg on the other side. They're easy to adjust, they're not tough. But this is definitely more of like a passenger-friendly motorcycle. I will definitely say that. And I didn't see this either until I think it was like a few days ago. But you actually have like a reservoir right here. You can turn it, you can open it. I want to say that this is your coolant, I want to say. I'm not quite sure. You pop this guy open. And I want to say that's your coolant. I want to say this is like a little coolant reservoir. Just by the container. Obviously this isn't windshield washing fluid. You don't have that on bikes, right? So the bike still has that cool little boop. Does that, and it flashes the lights. This is pretty cool. Again, I don't know if you really see it on the video, but there is that weird, that like little funky gap right here. See, you can put like, I can stick my hand through. No, that's not hot. Put my whole hand in there, pretty much.
What do you mean by
So I
that?
go around. So I'm not sure what they were thinking. I don't know if it's like a ventilation or not sure. Not quite sure what they were thinking, but still looks cool. But when you look at it, you're like, man, well, you guys could have done something. It's a missed opportunity for something like a little like, you could have done like a fairing of some sort like across here or something. Like you could have done something with it. I do like the little side scoops here that you can kind of look through. These are so cool. Like that, yeah, that Chinese material. Yeah, it's a cheap material, but it looks cool. So yeah, you have this little like gaps in there, as opposed to the winglets on the 450. So I know everyone loved the winglets on the 450, but man, I like this a lot better. It just makes it feel like it wants. I don't know. It just looks less, especially on the 450. Like it wasn't something that hauled butt. It was something that was. It's a pretty basic bike. So it's just really funny that they did that. I don't know. Just really funny to put the winglets on there. This bike actually has a feature too where you can kind of like find your bike. I'll pull up my phone and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so if I pull up my ride sync app here, I'll show you your bike, everything. Yeah, look at that. Oh, Bluetooth not connected. That's crazy. Now it's connected. So what you can do is you can. And I think it's really funny because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what this exactly was until I clicked it and I was standing right next to it and it scared the crap out of me and it scared the crap out of my wife. But we were standing here and I was like, oh, what does the seek button do? So you click the seek button and it does that. And I will say the horn is a little less gimmicky than the 450. It's got a little more tone to it instead of just clown horn, even though this one still has that clown horn. But it's a bike. Come on. Oh, by the way, I love the light on this thing. I know people don't like this, but I absolutely love it. I love like the bar. It's just different. Like it's just, you don't see a lot of like, it's usually like the rear light where like your brake lights come on or something. It's up here and it's attached to the bike and it looks good. But this is just something different and it flows with the bike. It looks so good. And I'll touch more on that kind of stuff later. I just kind of want to get through some of the other stuff too. Your PSI, which I think is pretty cool. It tells you your tire pressure. Obviously, you can toggle through. You can change your trip, all this stuff like that. Odometer, 53 miles. So, like I said, not that many miles on here. Tells you your battery, miles per gallon, time you've been on, your average miles per gallon, average speed, and then that's a lie, 19 miles an hour. Yeah, so you click here, you have different information that you can go through. So you click into it, with your different information, you can click on it. Basic information, like just the basics of it, pretty much just your voltage, your range, your temp, everything like that. Traction control, see, so I have level 2, so if I change it, there's it's off, and it says, okay, so you get level 1, and then we have level 2. I'm keeping level 2 on for now. ESS, which is the emergency stop signal. It'll basically notify people when you're emergency stopping. I have the Quickshifter on, which I want to touch on too, now that you've seen it. So this does have a Quickshifter, which is stinking awesome. But it has a Quickshifter, which it only works when you're upshifting. It doesn't work when you're downshifting. I have been using it, and because I've only been getting the bike up to about 6,000 RPM, to be completely honest with you. I'm not really going anything crazy like that, but you can still get some good speed that way, and I'm trying to get used to the feeling of the Quickshifter. And to be honest with you, I thought like, oh, Quickshifter as a beginner, I'm kind of like whatever. Like I kind of want to learn, get the feel of the bike and everything like that, whatever. But I'm noticing that the Quickshifter is so smooth, and it feels different. Like I know what the hype is around the Quickshifter now, for sure. And you can obviously toggle that on and off. You have an upshift alert that'll tell you like when to shift. You can have it on, off. I didn't really pay any attention to it, to be honest with you. You connect your phone, which I really don't do. I have the Cardo. I don't need that, even for my music. We go over here, we go to make the main settings. You can change your theme, which I'm a little upset with how many themes, or I guess the themes that this one has, because the 450 had like a classic and then like a track one. Like it wasn't like track. I don't know how to explain it. It was like a modern and like a classic kind of look. This one just has like a weird track one and then like your basic one. So a little disappointed with that, to be honest, but it's just a screen. It's nothing that's gonna end the world. Device connection, connect your helmets, phone, right? Information 1, you can toggle that as well. Same with information 2. That's all on the front that we kind of toggle with our top and bottom button. Auto brightness is off. I have this one on the highest brightness because I'm a psycho. If you keep going through here, so that's unit, you check your time, obviously your language. It's funny because you have Chinese and you have like English, and it's cool because it kind of like changes the color of the flag on the bike. You know, it's kind of goofy, but system update, obviously you have updates you can do. It'll search, you'll connect your Wi-Fi, and then you'll have updates. So never thought you'd have updates on a motorcycle, huh? And another thing, I wasn't expecting to start the bike up, but let's say, so the 450, the 300, you had to click it, you know, your ignition, right? You had to pretty much prime it up, and then you had to hold the button down, and then it would start the bike up. For this, is a little different. I threw the bike in neutral so I could start it for you guys. I won't leave it running because I don't want to, you know, I'm in the middle of a garage. I kind of don't want to kill myself with exhaust. So basically you'll have the, you know, you click your button down, it'll prep, you can hear it wiring up, and it's pretty much priming that fuel up, ready to go. And you don't need to hold it down. It's just a simple little button click. So I'm gonna stand on the other side. I'm gonna stand on the other side here. So then you literally just push the button, tap it, just tap it. You literally just tap the button once. Starts it up. One more thing I kind of want to touch on before I touch on things that I want to do more to the bike. Let me turn it off so I don't kill the battery. There's brake cooling, which I talked about, but it's one thing to talk about it, but it's one thing to actually look at it. Is you have the brake cooling right here. It's pretty much self-explanatory. It cools the brakes down. I'm looking at it and I don't see anything that actually indicates or like would cool the rear brake. So maybe it's just the front brake, but it's still cool. For track days that are gonna be coming up, I'm a little nervous about taking to a track day, so I gotta learn it, but we'll get there. So obviously we have the steering dampener right up here, which all you have to do is really just touch it once and it's good to go. You don't need to sit there and hold it. You can customize your traction control. You can have TC off, TC1, TC2. We have the Quickshifter, which is pretty sick. Only goes up, does not go down. The brake cooling. I just want to give you guys more of like a in-depth look, like a closer look of the actual motorcycle. So now some quick things before I end this video. One of the first things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this windscreen. I'm probably gonna get it darker. I like the way this one looks, but it's clear. To be honest, I feel like the clear kind of makes it look a little bit more cheap. That's just my personal opinion. We'll do a tail tidy, which that one will be coming up sooner, actually, because on their website, CFMOTO USA, they have the actual kit. And they actually have instructions, which is really nice because when I had to buy the one for the 450, it was from TST Industries, which is awesome. And they didn't really have instructions, they just kind of had like a video. And you just kind of had to hope you had the right things. And I was figuring things out. I had to buy different tools as I was going along because I was missing certain tools. I will be making a video on this, so stay tuned. So if you want to see that tail tidy video, subscribe. That way you can kind of watch it, or just keep your eyes peeled if you really don't want to subscribe, but it'd be nice. That way you can kind of plug into all my videos that I have kind of coming up, because there's a lot to bring to the table with the bike. The tail tidy does keep this nice bar right here, which I'm pretty hyped about. I like the idea that we keep this. The big one I'm going to do is the exhaust. I'm not quite sure which one I want to do yet, and it has to be a full exhaust. Unfortunately, I would rather just do the full exhaust. Not quite sure yet. I'm thinking of Van Diemen. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure that's the one. That's how you pronounce it. That's what I'm gonna be going with. It sounds great, and shoots little flame spark things out, and it looks really cool. So I want to get a seat that's a little bit lower. Just a little bit lower down here, very slightly, because my feet almost fully touch the ground. And I'm talking like my heels are maybe like, like this off the ground. Like it's really very slight. So yeah, you can tell it's muffled. Okay, there's a muffler on there. It's really quiet. It's a quiet exhaust, relatively speaking. What I like about it is it's got like a nice new tone that I'm not quite used to. I like having that like it's like a sharper tone that like the higher CC bikes kind of have. But I can't wait to put a freaking like exhaust on it without the muffler blocking all of it and just letting the sound come out. And so the timeline I'm looking at here is the tail tidy. I'm probably gonna order sometime end of this week, and I'll have a video probably sometime next week up about the tail tidy. So you're looking at about 7 days from now, approximately. Again, I'll do the walkthrough. I'll do the whole video on like what I'm doing, and I'm breaking it down. So if you have this bike and you're looking at the tail tidy and you don't know what you're doing, or you just want to watch how it's done, or you don't have the bike and you're thinking about getting it, I will put a video up on how to tidy up your tail, which we all want to get rid of the diaper, which I will say this one's a little bit better than the the 450s. Although these little reflectors are freaking a little atrocious, not gonna lie. So tail tidy is gonna be coming first. Windscreen is like 2 seconds. I'll probably just make it a short, to be honest. Like that's gonna take no time at all. Basically I'll just show you. So for the windscreen, you basically just pop these two. Well, these have like covers on them, so that might be. So these have covers on them, so these might be a little different. So we'll have to navigate that, but that's okay. That'll be an easier one, just like the tail tidy is gonna be like a middle ground one. The exhaust, I'm not gonna do it myself, but I will show you like the before and after. And then the seat is pretty self-explanatory. So take the seat off, you basically just, it's basic. You just pull those out and then seat comes off. It's very simple. Don't even need a power tool for it. I mean, I wouldn't use one. And I have a lot of riding coming up. So if you're staying this long and near the end of the video, thank you, first of all. Second of all, I'm gonna be going to like a bikes and coffee thing coming up this weekend. I'll bring the bike there, try to record most of it as I can, and we can see a lot of cool bikes there too, which I think will be fun. And I just have a lot of riding planned. I have some time off coming next week, and it's gonna be really hot over here. Finally, we get some nice hot weather, which I'm looking forward to be honest. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'll be able to ride a lot more, get more riding clips, and I really want to get the mileage broken into so I can get my braking done, so I can show you guys what this thing can actually do. You know, hit some red line a little bit. So yeah, guys, hope that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the bike. So I'm gonna end on here. I hope you all are having a great week so far, and hopefully this video kind of shows you a little bit more about the bike, a little closer up, and maybe you learned some things that you didn't know. And yeah, just hope this video finds you well, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.